Well, welcome to Fun Time Travel. So today we're going to talk about some more first-time cruiser tips. You know, planning your cruise, especially your first cruise, is super exciting. And on that first one, it can be a little bit stressful. A while back, we did a video with some really basic tips for planning a cruise or your first cruise, and we really wanted to expand on that. So we've come back with 8 more tips that we didn't include in that video, and we think they'd really help you out. So let's get into that right after this.
All right, number 1, consider using a travel agent, especially if you've never booked a cruise before.
Yeah.
An experienced travel agent can help you through the process, make it a whole lot easier on you. You can certainly do it on your own and book directly with the cruise line, but travel agents can definitely help you avoid any pitfalls that may come up.
Yeah, and they get paid by the cruise line. So contrary to popular belief, they don't actually cost you any more than booking directly with the cruise line. But one thing they can do for you is they can get you some perks above and beyond what you would get if you booked directly with the cruise line.
Number 2, pack smart. Easier said to do sometimes.
Yeah.
But firstly, one of the things you can do is mix and match your clothes. And what we mean by that is bring clothes that you can make different outfits with, like a shirt that you can wear with shorts and pants,
Right.
Or a skirt, right, or whatever. Be sure to pack your essentials in your carry-on for the first day. This is actually very important information because we didn't really know this on our first cruise. And especially also pack a bathing suit and a change of clothes on that first day, because you never know how long it's going to take for you to get your luggage,
right,
and you may want to just go hop in the pool.
Right, exactly. So there are some things that aren't allowed on board. So you want to read your cruise line's packing tips or go to their FAQ for more details, because every cruise line has a few different things maybe that are just not allowed. Or for some real entertainment, find a cruise forum and read some of the stories. So things like irons, coffee makers, stuff that has a built-in heating element, that's not allowed. Things like guns and knives, those should be self-explanatory. And based on the comments, the numerous comments in the cruise forums, we're going to throw this one out there because apparently people don't realize this.
It's an issue.
It's kind of an issue. Handcuffs are not allowed. Now, I'm not sure what you're doing with them, but
we're pretty sure what you're doing.
Whatever. Point being, I only bring it up because, oh my gosh, you wouldn't believe how many times it comes up. And then they take you to some room and they sit there and they kind of give you a talking to. But with knives or guns, I think you would probably be kicked off the ship. So
right,
just something to think about. And now many cruise lines will allow you to bring a bottle of wine for each adult over 21, and there may be some corking fees or whatever that go along with it, but there's no beer or hard liquor. So those are things, you just want to be smart when you pack.
Number 3, plan your shore excursions. And this is really best if you do it in advance, because especially if there's something that you really, really want to do, you can book this with your cruise line or with a third-party operator.
Sure.
If you're an experienced traveler, booking with a third party or a local operator might be comfortable, but definitely if it's your first cruise, seriously, just book with the cruise line. It's easier, and you kind of get an idea of how it all works.
Right. Also, they're kind of vetted by the cruise line if you're booking through the cruise line. So if it's your first time, a lot of times it's just easy. It takes one more risk factor, and if your cruise gets back or your excursion gets back late, if you book through the cruise line,
right,
they'll wait for you.
Right.
So,
but it's best to do it in advance too, because they book up quickly.
They do, especially the ones that you probably really want to do.
Exactly.
Hey, thanks for watching our video. We'd really appreciate it if you'd hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our future videos.
And for more tips and tricks and cruising information, please check us out on our other channel, Sandy Sun Travel.
And if you're looking to plan a cruise or any other vacation, head on over to sandysuntravel.com, where we can help you plan your dream vacation. Plus, if you're feeling lucky, you can scroll down the page to a spot where you can enter to win a dream vacation. So number 4, think early. Well, what do we mean by that? Well, arrive early at the port city. Maybe a day early or whatever, but cancellations, especially with airlines have been happening
Yes.
a lot lately. And you'd sure hate to miss your cruise because your early morning flight the day of your cruise got canceled or postponed or whatever. Or what if you got to the port late because of traffic or road construction along your route? So this might seem self-explanatory, but we found that stuff that's self-explanatory, people aren't explaining to themselves. So we just wanted to help out. Another thing, on embarkation day, most of the time you'll have an appointment or a certain time that you need to get to to be there. We always try to arrive a little early to our appointment. One, we don't have anything better to do at that point,
Right.
And the sooner
We're
we get on,
excited for the
yeah,
cruise.
absolutely, and it tends to speed things up. You're there and you're prepared and you're ready to go, and then you can get on the boat quicker.
On the ship, a lot of the venues and events on the ship fill up fast.
They do.
Seriously. And especially now with most ships being back to full capacity or very close to,
Yeah.
if you want to do something, try to get there like 30 to 40 minutes early. And we're talking about piano bar.
The comedy club.
Yeah, comedy club, because they turn people away.
They do.
And unless
yeah.
somebody walks out, no one else is walking in.
Sure.
So some ships have special shows that you need reservations for. And some of those can be booked pre-cruise. If not, book them as soon as you get on board.
Right. And try to pick the things that you really want to do and do those in the first few days on board. There's some things that are affected by the weather. Maybe the flow rider on Royal Caribbean or the Bolt roller coaster on Carnival. Try to do that in the first few days because you never know when you're going to run into a little bit of weather that might shut it down. You'd hate to miss that because you didn't do it in the first few days, and who knows, maybe by the end you want to do it again. So just think early. Number 5, pre-purchase packages. Every cruise line has different packages, drink packages, Wi-Fi packages. Sometimes there's specialty dining or photo packages. And all of these things are typically cheaper in advance.
Definitely.
So it'll save you money. It doesn't necessarily save you time other than you don't have to book it or pay for it or whatever. You just get on board and start using it, whether it's the Wi-Fi or the drink package or whatever. But we just always encourage you as you're getting ready for your first cruise, pre-purchase all of those packages because it's better.
Saves you money.
Saves you money.
Well, number 6, stay on ship's time. Many times you cross the time zones, but most ships stay on the same time as your departure port. And this is super important when you visit a port because, your ship's not going to wait on you if you lose track of time or you don't want to end up being a pier runner. We've seen it.
Nope.
Be careful if you're using a smartphone or a smartwatch because they can update their time based on GPS signals or if you connect to the Wi-Fi.
Number 7, maybe skip a port. Now this one, you can go back and forth on this, especially if it's your first cruise. You might be like, listen, I want to see all the ports.
Yeah.
But, if you're going to cruise, you're probably going to go back to that port. But we always kind of pick a port. Maybe it's one that has less to do. And we just take a day and stay on board. The pools are less crowded. Some of the quick service dining, the different places on board, the sandwich shops or whatever, they're less crowded. You can simply relax and recharge. And some of the things on board like spa treatments, you can get a discount on spa treatments when you're in port. So you could still have a day of fun and new experiences, but you do them on board instead of
Right.
going into a port that, like I said, maybe there's just not as much to do. So that's one to consider.
Number 8, dress up for dinner. Now this is kind of just a personal preference thing, but it's an experience and it's
Absolutely.
fun. The dining room dress codes are a little more relaxed than they used to be, but with that being said, you can still dress up.
Yeah.
We always tell people to do at least, one night. It's just fun.
Yeah.
We always enjoy dressing up and having a fancy night.
Fancy night.
Makes it feel like a real date, not just going to dinner again,
Right,
Yeah.
right. So it's just fun. So we do almost all of these things now as what we consider ourselves experienced cruisers, and we think it would have been really great to know some of this stuff as a first-time cruiser. We got on the ship and we were just completely lost. So hopefully these tips, along with tips from our other videos and other great creators, will help you with your planning, help your cruise go smoother with less stress, and then you can just really enjoy the process. you're going on a cruise. It's going to be a blast. So we're going to put a link to our playlist that has a bunch of cruise tips and tricks videos, so maybe those will help you out as well. And I'd say check them out next. But that's it for today, and we'll see you next time.